Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. We got the final game of this three-game series between the Tampa Bay Devil Rays and Chicago White Sox. And leading off for Tampa Bay, playing center field is Upton, batting second, playing shortstop is Bartlett, batting third, playing first base is Pena, batting fourth, playing second base is Zobrist, batting fifth, playing third base is Longoria, batting sixth, playing left field is Boldelli, batting seventh, playing right field is Wynn, batting eighth, doing the catching is Hall, and batting ninth and on the mound is Hellickson. And for the hometown Chicago White Sox, leading it off playing shortstop is Anderson, batting second, playing second is Orta, batting third, playing first is Thomas, batting fourth, playing left field is Quentin, batting fifth, playing right field is Baines, batting sixth, playing center field is Lemon, batting seventh, playing third base is Ward, batting eighth and doing the catching is AJ Perninsky, and on the mound, batting ninth is Sale. Let's get down here to Wrigley Field. Wrigley Field. Let's get down here to Comiskey Park and get this game started. On the north side of Chicago. And you got B.J. Upton to lead it off here for Tampa Bay, batting 143 with 2 homers and 4 RBIs. Chris Sale's making a second appearance. He's 0-1 with a 14.73 ERA. And here's the pitch to B.J. And that's going to be a base on balls. So the leadoff batter gets aboard here with a walk. And now you got Bartlett up with the runner on first and nobody out. And Jason, that's Parallel League, joins us here. Jason's batting .257 with a homer and 5 RBIs. And that's going to be 2 balls and no strikes. Sale's having trouble finding the plate. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. Lemon says he's got it and does for out number 1. And now Carlos Pena's up, and he's batting .188 with 2 homers and 4 RBIs. And that's going to be against the lefty, 22. And that's going to be a pop-up down the short. Anderson calls for it, makes the catch, and that's 2 down. And it's up to Zobrist to get something going here with 2 outs and a runner still down at first. See the team comparisons. Tampa Bay 3-6, 69 strikeouts on the year, 24 walks, 19 doubles, and 3 triples. And the White Sox are also 3-6. They have struck out 53 batters, 23 walks, 13 doubles, and no triples. And Ben's batting .308 with a homer and 2 RBIs. And that's a swing and a miss. Chris strikes him out. The leadoff walk goes nowhere. Tampa Bay 0, White Sox coming to the plate for the first time with Anderson, Orta, and Thomas. And Anderson's batting .278 rather, with no homers and no RBIs. And Jeremy Hellickson, and this is his second start of the year. He's 0-1 with a 9.95 ERA. And here's the pitch to Tim. And that's a ground ball down the short. Jason's got it, fires over to Carlos, and that's 1 down here in the bottom of the first. And Jorge Orta's up. He's batting .333 with a homer and 2 RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. First strikeout for Hellickson here today. 2 quick outs, and it's up to the big hurt, Frank Thomas, to get something done. Batting .250 with a homer and 5 RBIs. And that's a base on balls. So each pitcher's walked the batter. Let's see if the White Sox can cash in with Carlos Quentin up. Carlos is batting a .105. He does have a homer and 3 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball. Let's see. Out to. Nope, that's going to be a pop up down the third. And that'll end the inning, folks. And they strand a runner, White Sox do. We get to the top of the second, still no score. You got Longoria due up, followed by Baldelli and Wynn. And Longoria's batting .211 with 2 homers and 4 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Frank. He takes it himself for out number 1. And Randy Wynn comes up batting 0 for 11. Looking for his first hit of the year, folks. And that's not going to happen. That's a ground ball down to Anderson. He fields it cleanly, fires over to first, and there's quickly 2 down. And now you got Toby. What was that? I got him out of order. Did I get him out of order there, huh? Longoria. Oh, that was Baldelli and then Wynn. Sorry about that. Now Wynn's up. That was Baldelli that just grounded out. And now Wynn is up. And Randy's looking for his first hit of the year. And that jumps out of the tray. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. And that'll end the inning, folks. 1, 2, 3 goes the Rays. We go to the bottom of the second. It's still nothing. You got Baines, Lemon, and Ward due up. Baines batting .312 with 2 homers and 3 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out to right field. And Randy Wynn makes a nice play on that one. And that'll be an out. Takes a hit away from Harold. And Lemon comes to the plate now. Lemon's batting .219 with a homer and 2 RBIs. And that's going to be a pop up down the second. Quickly 2 outs here. And Pete Ward comes up. Pete's batting .071, no homers and no RBI. And that's going to be a fly ball out the left field. 1, 2, 3 goes the White Sox. To the top of the third we go. You got Hall, Hellickson, and then back to BJ. And Toby is batting .500 on the year with a homer and an RBI. And that's a swing and a miss. Chris strikes him out for his 3rd strikeout of the game. And Hellickson comes up now. He's 0 for 1 on the year. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. Jorge up with it, throws over to Thompson for out number 2. See if BJ can get something going here with 2 outs and nobody on. He did walk his first time up. And that's going to be a rare play, a 40 and a 43. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 1. So here's the 0-1 pitch. And that's going to be a fly ball out the left field. And a 16 and a 1. Let's see here. And that's barely column 1. And that's a nice shoestring catch out there by Carlos. And that ends the inning. 1, 2, 3, top of the third. To the bottom of the third we go, with the bottom part of the order due up here for the White Sox. AJ, Sale, and then back to Anderson. And AJ's batting .176. No homers and no RBIs. And that's going to be a comebacker. Jeremy's up with it, fires over to Pena for out number 1. And Chris Sale comes to the plate. He's 0 for 1 on the year. And that's going to be a swing and a miss for out number 2. Back to the top of the orders and Anderson. And he's 0 for 1 today. And that's going to be 0 for 3 because that's a swing and a miss. He strikes him out. And we go to the top of the 4th. Still nothing. You got Bartlett, Pena, and Zobrist due up. And Jason's 0 for 1 today. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. Chet waits for it, makes the catch. And one down, one up. And Carlos Pena comes up. He's 0 for 1. He popped up his first time up. And he doesn't pop up this time. A ball is hit hard out into left field. How far is this one going to go, folks? Sorry, out in the right field. See how far it goes. And that ball's out of here. Kiss it goodbye. Home run, Carlos Pena. And it is 1-0 Tampa Bay. Game. He struck out his first time up. And that's going to be a fly ball. Lemon's got room out there. Makes the catch. And that's 2 down. So Chris Spence is back after the homer. And Longoria is up. He's 0 for 1 today. And that's going to be a base on balls. So a 2-out walk. Tampa Bay already up 1-0, trying to add to it. Baldelli's up. He grounded out the short his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball again down the short. Anderson fires over the first, and that is a solo homer by Pena. Gives the Tampa Bay Devil Rays a 1-0 lead as we go into the bottom of the fourth. You got Orta, Thomas, and Quentin due up. See the White Sox. They leave town and go to Baltimore for a 3-game series, and then they head up north to Canada, to Toronto. Orta is 0 for 1. He struck out, and that's going to be against the righty, a 14, and that's going to be an infield hit. So the leadoff batter's aboard here for the White Sox. And Frank Thomas comes up, one swing of the bat. He could give these White Sox the lead. He walked his first time up, and that's going to be another walk. Frank's walked twice, and all of a sudden, White Sox making some noise here in the bottom of the fourth. First and second, nobody out. Carlos Quentin comes up. This Carlos drive in a run like the Carlos from Tampa Bay did. As Clinton Parks joins us here. Okay, didn't know that, Clinton. Poor Ken. And now Carlos 0 for 1 today. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. 52 and a 2 might be fielding column 3. And it is. And that's going to be first on air. Runner is going to score. The other one's going to go to the third. So, error, 2-base error. So that's going to be an E8. The runner on second scores. Runner on first gets down to third, and still nobody out. And it's a tie ball game, folks, as B.J. Upton misplayed that one. And now Harold Baines is up, and Harold's 0 for 1. He flew out to right his first time up. Here's the pitch to Baines, and that's going to be against the righty. That'll be a 13, and that is going to be a single in the left field. That'll score 1, and Carlos will stop at second, and it is now 2-0. And again, still nobody out here, folks. As Hellickson's having a hell of a fourth here, and his defense ain't helping him. Now you got Chet Lemon up. He's 0 for 1. Chet drive in another run. Still nobody out. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. Actually, that's a line drive down the second for out number 1. The runners get back. Hit right on the button, but Ben was right there. Now Pete Ward's up 0 for 1 today. And that's going to be against the righty of 14. And that's going to be another hit. This one's going to be knocked down by Longoria. Keeps it in the infield, but that's going to fill the bases. Bases are full of White Sox. And only one out. And can AJ bust this game open here? It's a 2-1 game, a 1-run game. And AJ is 0 for 1 today. Here's the pitch to him. That's going to be 13. That's going to be a fly ball out to center field. And Quentin's definitely going to tag up with the pitcher up next. They're definitely going to try. And so is Baines. Baines is going to tag up also. So that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. That'll be a 45. 22. So that'll be a 44 or lower. He's safe at the plate. And they throw him out. Nice job by Upton after the error. And White Sox only score 2 with the bases loaded here. And that'll end the inning, folks. And the White Sox straining 2. We go to the top of the 5th. It's a 2-1 game. You got Wynn due up, followed by Hall and Hellickson. And Randy's 0 for 1 today. And that's going to be a fly ball out to right field. Harold Baines makes a nice catch out there, takes a base hit away from Wynn, and that's out number 1. And Hall steps up to the plate now. 1 down, nobody on. He struck out his first time against Chris. Not this time. He squares it up, folks. Where's this one going to land at? And that ball is driven into the gap. Baines can't get to that. That's going to be a double. So 1 out, double by Hall. Hellickson's going to try to bunt him over to third with 1 down. He's 0 for 1 today. And that's going to be, he missed both attempts to bunt. They're going to keep the bunt sign on. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And that's going to be a bunt, fouled off. That'll be a strikeout. Hellickson can't get the job down. Now there's 2 outs and a runner still down at second. And BJ's 0 for 1 today. He walked and flew out. That's going to be against the lefty in 18. That's going to be a ground ball down the second, and that'll end the inning. The 1 out double goes nowhere. Tampa Bay strands 1. It's still 2-1 Chicago. You got Sale due up. Then we're back to the top of the order, and Anderson and Orta. And Chris is 0 for 1 today. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes out for the 2nd time today. And we're back to the top of the order, and Anderson. And Anderson's 0 for 2. And that's going to be a base hit in the right field. So 1 out single by Anderson. And Orta comes to the plate. E30. Be a 26. Up by 1. And now Jorge's up. He's 1 for 2. He singled and came around to score his last time up. And he gets a hold of this one, folks. This game might be more than 2-1 after this. A double probably scores Anderson with his speed. And that's what it is. That's going to be a double. In the right field. 42. 29 with 1 out. That'll be a 55 or lower. He's safe. And they throw him out again, folks. These Tampa Bay Devil Rays throwing out runners at the plate. And it is still a 2-1 game with a runner down at second and 2 outs now. And Frank Thomas, the big hurts up. Frank is walked both times, came around to score his last time. And that's going to be a ground ball down the, nope, that's going to be a pop-up in the foul territory. Pena goes over, makes the catch near the dugout for out number 3. But how about Randy Wynn throwing out the runner at the plate to keep it a 2-1 game as we go to the top of the 6th. You got Bartlett, Pena, and Zobrist due up here. And Jason's 0 for 2. He has flown out the check both times. And not this time. That's a swing and a miss. Chris strikes him out for his 5th strikeout of the game. Carlos Pena's up. Carlos hit a homer his last time up to put Tampa Bay up, 1-0 at the time. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes him out this time for out number 2. Back-to-back strikeouts. Can he strike the side out? Ben's 0 for 2. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. That'll end the inning. And that was a 1-2-3, top of the 6th. We get to the bottom of the 6th. You got Quentin due up, followed by Baines and Lemon. Carlos is 0 for 2. He did reach on an error his last time up. And that ball is high. That ball is far. Kiss it goodbye. Home run, Carlos. And it is now a 3-1 ball game. And Harold Baines comes up now. Nobody out in a 3-1 game. And Harold had an RBI single his last time up as we drop the dice. And that's going to be against a righty. That is going to be a fly ball out to center field. Upton makes a nice play on it. Takes a hit away from Harold. Now there's 1 down. Chet Lemon grabs a bat, comes to the plate. He's 0 for 2. He just lined out and popped up to second. Had a hell of a shot right at Ben the last time. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. Longoria over to Pena for 2 down. And Pete Ward, can he get something going here with 2 outs? He singled his last time up. And that's going to be a lazy fly ball out the left. But the solo homer by Quentin makes it a 3-1 ball game as we go to the top of the 7th. Got Longoria due up, followed by Baldelli and Wynn. Longoria's 0 for 1. He did walk his last time up. And here's the pitch. We drop the dice again. When Longoria gets a hold of this, and he drives that ball out in the left field down the third base line, right over the bag, and that's going to be a leadoff double. So Longoria's down at second with nobody out, and Baldelli's up in a 2-run ball game. It's 3-1, and he's 0 for 2 today. Still looking for his first hit of the year, folks. He is 0 for 13, and he's going to be 0 for 14. So that's a lazy fly ball. Lemon comes in, makes the catch. Let's see here, 24. And definitely too shallow to tag up, not with Lemon's cannon out there. So now there's 1 down, the runner still at second. Here's another batter who's 0 for 2 today and 0 for 13, as Ken Joins is here. So Ken came out of morning to join us here. And Randy's 0 for 2 today, like I say, 0 for 13. And that's going to be a ground ball, 56 and a 3. Should be fielding column 3. Yep. That's going to be a ground ball. Nope, that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes him out. So Wynn's also 0 for 14, and a runner still down at second with the leadoff double. And Hall's up. He's 1 for 2. He doubled his last time up. Not this time. That's going to be a infield. 8, 10, 13, 21, 28, 31. 31, that'll be column number 2. And that's going to be a foul out behind home plate. AJ makes the catch for out number 3. And the leadoff double goes nowhere. So we make it to the 7th inning stretch. It's 3-1. Hellickson's due to lead off the top of the 8th. They want to see if he can make it through this inning. You got AJ, Sale, and Anderson due up. And, depending on what happens, we might have a pitch hitter here for Sale. Oh, I'm glad too, buddy. Ken's waiting on a flight. And AJ 0 for 2 today. Here's the pitch to him. And that's going to be a base hit in the right field. AJ's aboard with the leadoff single, and we're definitely going to pitch it for Chris now. That's going to get the bullpen up for Tampa Bay. They're not going to be able to wait around here. They're down by 2. They might have to do a double switch here. Let's see who's going to come out of the dugout first to pitch it for Chris. And the only lefty they got on the bench is Robin Ventura. So Robin's going to come off the bench here with AJ down at first in a 3-1 ball game. So let's see if Robin can drive in a run or keep this going here. Where's Robin at? There he is at the very bottom. And Robin is batting 158 on the year. He does have 2 homers and 5 RBIs. AJ down at first. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a fly ball out to BJ for out number 1. Runner's still down at first. We're back to the top of the order. And Tim Anderson. And Anderson's 1 for 3 today. He singled his last time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. Do they turn 2 is the question. And no, Anderson beats the throw. That'll be a 4-6 put out as Anderson's able to beat the throw down the first. Nice hustle there. Let's see if Anderson's going to try to get in scoring position here. And Anderson is going to try to steal here, folks. That'll be a 26. A 26 to get down in the scoring position. So 52 or lower, he's safe. And he's down there with a stolen base. Anderson steals second. Now you got a runner in scoring position for 2 outs. And Jorge's having a good game. He is 2 for 3. He doubled his last time up. Here's the pitch to him. And that's going to be a base on balls. And that, they're going to let him pitch to Frank. This will probably be his last batter one way or the other. Frank is 0 for 1. He's walked twice and popped up his last time up. And that's going to be a base on balls, fills the bases, and that's it for Hellickson. He can't make it through this 7th inning. Let's see here. Are we going to do a... Hall's probably going to stay in the game. Might take Win out of the game. Might be what they do. Take Randy out of the game. And bring in, who do they want to bring in though? Might bring in Huff if they do that. Or here they got Quentin and then a lefty. Or do you just bring Hernandez in? try to get the righty out. Then you can bring Howe in. So that's what they're going to do. Henderson's going to come in. They're not going to do a double switch. Henderson's going to come in just to try to get the righty out here. Only pitched to one batter, and be pitched hit for. So HELLICKSON can't get the job done. Hernandez is going to come in, try to get Quentin out. And where's Hernandez at? So this is Hernandez's fourth appearance. He's 0-1 with a 9 ERA. Bases full of White Sox everywhere you look. Anderson, Orta, and Thomas from left to right, and Quentin at the plate. And Quentin's already had a homer his last time up. Can he bust this game open here in the bottom of the 7th in a 3-1 ball game? And that's going to be against the righty, a 16. And that's a deep fly ball out the center field. Upton at the track near the wall makes the catch. And the White Sox leave the bases loaded. Hernandez gets them out of the mess. It's still a 3-1 ball game. And we go to the top of the 8th. And he's going to come out of the bullpen here for the White Sox. And I think Hoyt Wilhelm's going to come out of the bullpen. Who they got up? They're going to have a pitch hitter and then 2 righties. So they'll probably, Wilhelm can come in and pitch the 8th, and then Thigpen can come in and pitch the 9th. That is their plan here. So Wilhelm will come in. Hoyt come in and try to keep this a 2-run game. We'll see. It'll probably be Huff coming off the bench here. Andre Huff. So where's old Hoyt at? There he is. And this is Wilhelm's 3rd appearance. He's 1-0 with no ERA. And that'll be it for Hernandez. He gets the 1 batter out. And like I say, Huff's going to come out of the bullpen, out of the dugout, lead off this 8th inning here. Where's Huff at? There he is. And Huff is batting .296 with 3 homers, no homers rather, and no RBIs. And that's going to be a base on balls, so Hoyt can't find the strike zone yet. Comes out of bullpen and walks the leadoff batter, brings the tying run up to the plate, and BJ's 0 for 2. Let's see if they can get a ground ball double play here. And that's going to be against the righty, a 19. And that's going to be an infield hit. And BJ's aboard here. And the first 2 batters are now on. Now the go-ahead run's coming to the plate. And Jason Bartlett. Jason's 0 for 3. He has flown out the center twice and struck out. And that's going to be a 20. And that's going to be a pop-up down the short. Anderson waits for the rainmaker to come down, makes the catch. Everybody holds. That's a big out there for Hoyt. And now you got Pena up. And a ground ball by Carlos could get you out of this. But he's also homered in this game. He's 1 for 3. And he has blasted this one, folks. Let's see where this ends up at. Tampa Bay's not giving up. That's going to be a double in the center field. Huff will come around to score. Can BJ come around and tie this ball game up? And no, he's going to stop at 3rd. Not going to test Lemon's arm out there. So that's going to be a double. The center. Now you got first. Now you got second and third. And only one out, and the tying run 90 feet away. Go ahead, run down at second. It's going to force the White Sox to bring the infield in. Ben's 0 for 3. He is struck out, flown out, and grounded out. Here's the pitch to Ben. That's going to be a base on balls. It does set up the double play. So now you got the bases full of Devil Rays. Upton, Pena, Zobrist, and Longoria at the plate. They're going to keep the infield in. Longoria is 1 for 2. He doubled his last time up. Not this time. That's a swing and a miss. Hoyt Wilhelm with a big strikeout there. 2 down. To get out of this mess with only 1 run scoring. He's got Baldelli up, who is 0 for 14, 0 for 3 today. Here's the pitch. And guess what? That's going to be an infield. And that'll be, what is the infield? 8, 9, 12, 27, 30. And a 30. Is that right? And that'll be fielding column 2. And that's going to be the old ground ball back to the mound. Hoyt Wilhelm's going to get out of this with only 1 run scoring. We go to the bottom of the 9th in a 3-2 ball game. Hoyt Wilhelm throws over to Thomas and gets out of the infield with 1 run. Bases loaded. They get 1 run out of the mess. Let's see who's going to come out the pitch now. And it's going to be Hal's going to come out. Pitch to the lefty, righty, and then a lefty. Let's see if the White Sox can get some insurance runs here. Okay. So JP's coming in the game. Try to keep it a 1-run game now. And this is JP's 5th appearance. He's 0-1 with a 16.62 ERA. Baines is 1 for 3 with an RBI in this game. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Howe strikes him out for out number 1. Chet Lemon comes to the plate now. And Chet is 0 for 3. Here's the pitch to Lemon. And that's going to be a lazy fly ball out the left field for out number 2. Nice play by Baldelli. And now you got Ward up. See if they pitch hit here for Ward. No, I don't believe so. Paul could come in and play third, though. That's what they're going to do. Paul is going to come in the game and play third. Pitch hit here. So Paul's coming in the game. Pitch hit for Ward. And he'll play third. Where's Paul at? There he is. So Paul's batting .222 on the year with 1 homer and 2 RBIs. Here's the pitch to him. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. JP strikes him out. Now to end the bottom of the 8th. We go to the top of the 9th. The White Sox hanging on to a 3-2 lead. And Thigpen's going to come in the game. Let's see here. We might even do something else here. Brave's going to come in the game. He's going to play first. And he'll bat in the 9 spot. And We're going to take the big hurt out for defensive purposes, and Thigpen will bat in his spot. So we got some maneuvering to do here. So Thigpen's going to come in. He'll bat in Frank's spot in the third hole. And Abreu's going to come in for defensive purposes. And he's going to bat in the 9 spot and play first. And AJ and Paul's going to come in and play third. And now we should be ready for this top of this 9th inning. And you got Wynn, followed by Hall, and then a pitch hitter for JP. And truthfully, Meadows is going to come in and pitch hit for Wynn. So Meadows is going to come in, pitch hit for the 0 for 14 Randy Wynn. Gosh, going to the Bronx Zoo, huh? And let's see here. Clinton says he's going to the zoo. So where's Meadows at? There's Austin. P.S. This is Austin. And Meadows is batting .375 with a homer and 3 RBIs. And here's the pitch to Meadows. Oh, this is Thigpen's 3rd appearance. He's got 2 saves on the year with a 4.5 ERA. And Meadows, that's going to be a ground ball down the short. Anderson's up with it, fires over to first. And that'll be out number 1 here in the top of the 9th. And then Mr. Hall comes up. And Toby Tyler's 1 for 3 with a double in the game. And that's going to be another ground ball down to Anderson. And he fields it cleanly, and then there's 2 outs. Now we'll have a pitch hitter here for JP. Let's see who's going to come off the bench now. Try to get on or maybe tie this game up with 1 swing of the bat. And it's going to be Morrison. And he's going to try to light your fire, light my fire, light my fire, light my fire. So Logan Morrison is going to open up the door, come into this game. It's a 3-2 ball game. Tampa Bay's down to the last out, and Logan is 0 for 3. Can Mr. Morrison do the job here? And nope, that's a swing and a miss. Thigpen strikes him out, and that's your ball game, folks. Chicago wins this game 3-2 and the series 2-3. Take a look here at the box score. Yeah, it sounds like Clinton. Yeah. So we'll go to the box score. And the White Sox, 3 runs on 7 hits and no errors. The Devil Rays, 2 runs, 5 hits, and 1 error. Carlos Pena with 2 hits. He's the only Devil Ray with 2 hits. Tampa Bay were 1 for 9 with runners in scoring position. Pena with the homer, and they left 7 men on base. And Orta was 2 for 3 today. And the White Sox were 2 for 7 with runners in the scoring position. Carlos Quentin with a homer. They also left 7 men on base. HELLICKSON picks up his 2nd loss of the year. He's 0-2. 6 2/3, 7 hits, 3 runs, Only 2 of them earned. Walked 4, struck out 4, gave up a homer. Hernandez comes in, gets him out of that bases loaded situation, pitches a third of an inning, and JP comes in, pitches 1 inning, struck out 2. Chris Sales goes to 1-1 with the win. He pitched 7 innings, gave up 3 hits, 1 run, 2 walks, 7 strikeouts, and gave up the homer. Hoyt Wilhelm comes in, pitches an inning, gives up 2 hits, a run, 2 walks, and a strikeout. Thigpen gets his 3rd save of the year, pitches 1 inning with 1 strikeout. And now let's take a look at the standings and leaderboard in the American League. And now the Yankees are 5 games up on Toronto. Boston's 5.5, the Orioles 6. And with the loss, Tampa Bay drops to 7 games behind the Yankees. And in the Central, the Tigers are a half a game up on KC. The Indians are 1 game back. The Twins are a game and a half. And with the win, the White Sox are now only 2.5 games back. And the Rangers out west are 2.5 games up on the Angels. Seattle's 3 games back. And the A's are 4 games back. Vernon Wells is leading the American League with a .344 average. Abreu, Maris, and Ramirez with 5 homers, and Roger Maris with 13 RBIs. Oh, you're welcome, buddy. Not a problem, Ken. And the ERA leader right now is Price at 0. And you got 10 or more pitchers with 2 wins. And now JJ's leading the league with 4 saves for the Mariners. And you got Derek Jeter leading in the MVP voting, and Whitey Ford, the chairman of the board, leading in the Cy Young. The next game we'll do will be a National League game. I'm positive that was just a 3-game series. They don't play on the 13th, I don't believe. We'll check and make sure. Nope, they don't play on the 13th. So let's see what the next game will be. See, it'll be a National League game. And it looks like it's going to be the Houston Astros going up against the Los Angeles Dodgers. Mike Scott going up against Fernando Valenzuela. Should be a damn good pitching matchup there. See how many game series this is. 2, 3. It's a 4-game series. So that'll be the next game on the channel. Oh, thank you, Clinton, bud. Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, hit that like button. It helps the channel out, folks. Appreciate it. So that'll be the next game on the channel is Houston going out to LA. Like I say, Scott against Valenzuela should be a hell of a pitching matchup. Till next time, I want to thank Clinton Parks. Oh, thank you, Parallel League. Parallel League was here. Ken Castro was here. I believe that was everybody. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Doesn't cost a dime. Hit that like button like Clinton said. If you're new to the channel, hit that bell for reminders. Until next time, y'all have a great day and take care.